Situated on the banks of the Yangtze River Delta in East China, Shanghai is the largest city in China. Since the early 90s, when it was described as the Dragon's Mouth, meaning the gateway to the new China, an extraordinary transformation has taken place. The development here is so quick to happen, it's almost like watching a film on fast forward. What would normally take 100 years is condensed into 5. Originally a small fishing town, Shanghai has developed into one of China's most important cities, a city that reflects the culture, intellectual advances and political systems of the Republic. The word Shanghai originates from Shang, which means on or top, and Hai, which means sea. On the west bank of the river, known as Bunt, life goes on as normal, but it's the tall buildings on the other bank, the skyline of Pudong, which announces that Shanghai has arrived in the modern world. Designed by Jie Huansheng in 1991 and completed in 1995, this unique and vaguely futuristic Oriental Pearl Tower is a sightseeing gallery, a revolving restaurant and bar, and a broadcasting tower, all at an astonishing 468 metres high. But it's not just the modern buildings here that impress. There is also the ancient pagoda, introduced from India, which is the one form of indigenous building common throughout the Far East. It's a sacred tower reaching up to the sky where the gods dwell, and was originally used to house relics and sacred writings. The Longhua Temple pagoda dates from the 10th century AD. It has a brick core with wooden roofs and balconies. Like many pagodas, it has 7 floors, one for each of the 7 treasures of the world. Since ancient times, in addition to their religious significance, pagodas have been praised for their spectacular views. From the very top of the temple, the place that's known as the treasure bottle, you can enjoy just that. In this strange conjunction of old and new, it's clear that the image of Shanghai is still developing. In the shadows of the tower blocks, you'll find a China in the fabric of urban Shanghai, where life goes on as it has done for hundreds of years. Based on courtyards and alleys and built by foreign developers, the result is dense, low-rise, not quite Western, but not quite traditional Chinese either. At the bird and flower market, there are more than a few surprises. It's all so different, and you don't need to be accompanied by a guide. Just wandering around will keep you busy for hours. In contrast to the gentle hustle and bustle of the markets, there is the billion-dollar airport train. A journey it's nice to be able to say you've done, but don't book thinking you'll have scenic views, because at a top speed of approximately 270 miles an hour, you won't see much of the passing scenery. By night, the contrast between traditional and modern is even more breathtaking. Shanghai has always been a city of contrasts, and during the 1930s had a distinctly decadent reputation. Now the city has once again found its dancing shoes, and from modern bars to restaurants and traditional shows, Shanghai has it all to offer the adventurous traveller.